What's up, guys? It is Brandon from Two Piece Mandem Talks Football. Right, make sure you leave a like. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, all that good stuff. And basically, news dropped today. It's as simple as that. News dropped today, and to be honest with you, I couldn't have been more happier because we have had a terrible week. We've had a terrible week. We've had our team losing 5-2. We've had self-sabotaging from keepers. We've had our wingers getting fined, disciplinaries. It's mental. So this is just some good news, and I'm happy to say this, man. I'm happy to say this, and I'm just gonna bring it up now. Reece James has signed a new 6-year deal for Chelsea Football Club. It's reported from David Ornstein. As it says, Reece James commits future to Chelsea by signing new 6-year contract. 26-year-old's previous deal was until 2026. Sorry, till 2028. So I imagine he had 2 years left on his contract, and he's now extended that. Fresh agreement runs until June 2032. Deal aligns England right back with CFC incentivized wage structure. Incentivized wage structure, ladies and gentlemen. And this couldn't be any better. I'm not surprised that he signed a new deal, to be honest with you, because we all know as Chelsea fans that Reece James loves Chelsea to the core. We know how good of a right back he is. We know how class of a right back he is. How he's now moved into the midfield. How good his passing is. How strong he is on the ball. His delivery. His shooting. His free kicks. Reece James, for me, is one of the best right backs in the Premier League. All right, I know there was debate between Timber and Reece James and everything like that, but for me, Reece James is the best right back in the Premier League. All right, I mean beforehand when Carl Walker was there, Carl Walker was obviously best and everything like that, but for me, I think it's we all know it's Reece James. But Carl Walker and Trent at that period, because Trent's had probably the most assists ever, but Trent's gone to Real Madrid. Carl Walker, he said he's going to retire. So for me right now, Reece James is one of the best right backs in the Premier League. And to have him sign that deal, it's just nice, blood. It's just really, really nice. He's one of our own, and he'll always be one of our own. And it's good when one of your own basically commits his future. He shows how much he loves the club. Even when we lost against Arsenal, he was the only one clapping the away fans. Literally, bro. Bro, it's so good to see him back. It's good to see him extend that contract, man. And if that's the case, since he's extended his contract and he's there for the rebuild for Chelsea Football Club, or to make sure we, compete, the players need to improve, and we need to get some proper signings in. It's as simple as that. We need to get some proper signings in, yeah? And it's just as simple as that. And none of this self-sabotaging, none of this, lack of discipline, nothing like that. Because Reece James has committed to Chelsea Football Club. He's committed to us. He's extended his contract. Now, that being said, we got to call reality for what it is, and we just have to be real with it. All right? You have to be real with it. Champions League, we're not going to win. Let's just be real. We're not going to win it. We're out of the leg. We're out of the first leg. Some of the players in this team, they have to go. They have to go, man. Let me tell you, at the end of the season, right, we have to spend big. We have to really go for quality in the summer. And I want players that can actually help us compete for a title. I want title-winning players, bro. Yeah, because, us trying to sign Garnacho, signing Leon Delap, they're not title challengers. They're nowhere near. They're not even top 4 challengers, if anything like that. They're not top 4 challenging players. They're not title challenging players. They're nowhere near that, all right? When I seen those signings that we made, it's not helping us propel. It's not helping us go forward. It's not helping us go up. If anything, it just kind of keeps us a little bit stagnant. And it's not what we want. But Chelsea Football Club, right, we're coming up to 10 years without a Premier League title. Bear that in mind, right? It can easily become 20, and we'll just end up like Arsenal without Premier League. And now you look at Arsenal right now, they're looking like they're going to win the Premier League. So we're nowhere near. So we need to buy some quality players, but it's just as simple as that. right? It's getting real. Simple as that. The goalkeeper for me, a goalkeeper. We need a new goalkeeper. We need a new goalie and a new backup goalie because they're just not good enough. Simple as that. Reece James for me, he stays. He's a title winning player that can push us through. Moises Caicedo's a title winning player that can push us through. Who else? Cole Palmer, he has to stay consistent for me. He is quality, but bruv, right, it's just like one season he's been playing well, and then after that, bro, he's kind of just fallen off a cliff. Let's just be real. Cole Palmer's fallen off a lot recently. Let's just call it for what it is. Enzo Fernandez can be, but he's just inconsistent. Garnacho isn't. Santos isn't. Chalobah, decent, but he's not. Cucurella, for me, he can be a title-winning player. He's probably the most consistent, if I'm being honest with you. Wesley Fofana, not really, no. And João Pedro, yes. In my eyes, he can. So we need those areas to just improve. Esteval, for me, if Esteval gets enough game time, obviously he's got a hamstring injury, but if he can just recover from that and he gets enough game time, he can be a serious threat with the right players around him. So we have to spend well in the summer. It's just as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Reece James signing this contract, it shows that he's just dedicated to the club. And, when you got players that care about the club, it means so much to the fans, bro. So he is one of our own, and he'll always be one of our own, regardless. Yeah, it's not like that. Not like traitors like freaking Mason Mount, yeah, who basically went off to United and man can't even get into the first team. Not traitors like bloody Kai Havertz. Do you know what I'm saying? So we need man like Reece James, and I think he said something that Fabrizio Romano reported. Let me put that through. He's basically said, I come through at the club. I love the club. I've experienced winning. I believe there is more to come in the future. I've spoken to everyone. I'm fully behind the project and what we are trying to build. And that's him with the Club World Cup. And yeah, there has to be more trophies to come. It's as simple as that. But like I said, it's the recruitment. And for me, Blueco, the owners, I still don't trust them. When they got rid of Enzo Maresca, I wasn't happy with it. In my eyes, I think it was a disgrace to get rid of Enzo Maresca because as a manager, his objective was to basically get us top 4 and a trophy, and that's exactly what we did. We got 2 trophies, actually. We got the Conference League and we got the Club World Cup, and I'm going to say in the Club World Cup's a pre-season trophy. But listen, yeah, when you beat the champions of Europe, yeah, that ain't no fluke. We went toe-to-toe with them and we won 3-0. Simple as that. I'm not hearing anything from nobody. So, yeah, when we got rid of Enzo Maresca, I was just devastated because Blueco were doing things that they shouldn't have been doing. It's as simple as that. Liam Rossini has now come in, and to be honest with you, he had a decent start, but he's not a manager that I can see us really winning anything, to be honest with you. So he'll probably have to part ways, I'll be honest. I want managers that have won something big, that have won things, that have won titles. Liam Rossini has not won a title. He managed Hull City and he's managed Strasbourg, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like, how are we going to get, where we need to be if we don't have a winning manager? It's just as simple as that, unless we're going to give him time, like Arsenal did with Mikel Arteta. But are we going to do that? Because we don't really seem to give our managers time or anything like that. We don't seem to do that. I think the longest we've had with our manager was Mourinho, and that was like for 3 years, and that's it. And that's because he kept on winning stuff. And then after he didn't win anything, after he didn't win anything, we got him out the door. So, yeah. I don't know if he's going to stay. It's as simple as that. I don't know if Liam Rossini is going to stay. Even with some of his match comments that he said about the game, about the goalkeepers, was just ridiculous. But, yeah, man. The good thing is that Reece James has signed the contract and extension, and I'm happy. For Chelsea, this means that we have to rebuild it around him. We need to get the players to basically help us to get to the title for next season, because realistically, we've spent $1 billion and we haven't spent it correctly. We've won a Conference League and we won a Club World Cup. Don't get me wrong, 2 trophies, I hear that, but we should be climbing up the table. We're not climbing up the table. We're not up there at all. Because when you look at the table, we are 5th, mate. 13 wins, 9 draws, 7 losses. The form it's just not good enough, mate. The form's not good enough. The goal difference should be higher. We, after a billion spent, we should not be fifth. Aston Villa are higher than us, and they didn't even spend that much money. Manchester United have had Ruben Amram, probably gaining 11 or 12 wins for a whole calendar year, and they're above us. Manchester City, they've spent money, but they're not the City that we used to know who dominated, are above us. And our Arsenal, who've had basically 5 years and it's kept with the same manager, which is what I want Chelsea Football Club to do, but I just don't feel like we're going to do that, are now top of the league. And now when you look down, look who's honest. Liverpool are honest. Brentford are honest. Everton are honest. Because there's still games to play. There's still 9 games to play. So anything can happen. This is crunch time. We need to start winning games. It's as simple as that. We need to start winning games. It's as simple as that. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. We need to build a team around Reece James, and we need to get the best players that we can possibly get to improve the team and to help Reece James win that Premier League title. It's going to take a number of years, but we need to see development and we need to see progress. Yeah, that's the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. If you man enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, share it, hit that subscribe button, all that good stuff. Does the world for me, does the world for you as well. Let's see if we can get 10k by the end of the year. That would be lit. Make sure you lot check out the shorts as well that I'll also post as well. That would be pretty good. So yeah, tomorrow, well, by the time I upload this, it's basically going to be Chelsea versus Newcastle. So you man are going to see a match reaction after that. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully it will be a happy one and not a flipping dead one like our last Premier League games have been. So yeah, I'll see you man in a bit. And peace.